When we navigate changes in life, that's where we encounter our darkest part that we haven't really looked at before. That's where we meet our fear facing our deepest desire. That's where we open ourselves up to a new direction, facing the exact opposite energy of what we want. Because it's something that had to be transformed. There's something that have to be open. There is space to be created. It's like a glass hall full of water that you want to pour more in, but it's full of dirt. And you want to clear it. You want to clear it. You want to make space. You actually want to make space to feel that it was dirt and to give it space to let it go. You want to give space to see what you couldn't see before. You want to make space to meet what you couldn't meet before, which part of you that you has disconnected to survive, to protect yourself for so many years. And you want to reconnect with those parts of you that need to be seen, that need to be felt, that are here to take you to your next timeline, that are here to take you from this breakup in all sense. It could be in relationship, in marriage, it could be with friends, it could be a breakup with life. It could be a breakup with the identity of you that you know to be you, but you feel that is not the true you. That's the facade that you have been building until now, that you have been showing up from to stay safe, to match the request, the requirement of the society, that you have left the authenticity of yourself when you were a child, and you have just followed the instruction of the should in order to build a good life, be happy, be this happy woman that you were taught it would work that way. And that's the place where we meet this realization of all of this is not true. But if this is not true, what is truly me? What is truly the self? What is this true desire that is me, not from a conditioned outside requirement or request or box that has been applied on us. So from there, we want to meet ourselves first in the body. Liberated femme, it's a journey for women. To meet yourself in your body. What does your body hold? Because the wisdom of life is in your body. The desire of your soul expresses herself through your body. The codes of light move through touching frustration, touching the different part, including the dark part of yourself that you never allowed yourself to meet. And by meeting them, by activating this primal life force energy, by going deeper into detoxification of the body, detoxification of the mind, of the emotions, of what we thought to be true, to meet what actually is, has always been and will always remain beyond this physical form in this life, beyond this mind, beyond everything that is happening. In order to meet the ability to root in the rooted way, manifest life, because life takes care of itself. You look at the river, at the water, at Mother Earth, everything is taken care of. What if you're an extension of Mother Earth, Mother Nature? Would you also have to take care of everything, or everything would just be taken care of? And you would have to align yourself to that is taken care of for you, through you, as a vehicle of unfolding a certain aspect of the divine through the prism of your life, of your soul, of your higher self, experiencing herself in the most wide possible way. That's what this life is all about. Experiencing God within in the most wide, bright, and dark and deep way as possible. In all its contrast, in all its possibilities. From the highest potential where we can meet ourselves in order to feel, so we need to learn to feel it in order to heal it, in order to transform it, in order to allow it, in order to birth it. And when we try to meet someone else, we don't know where to start. It's like, okay, I want someone different in my life. And the same with our dream, the same with our career, the same with our business. We want to shift something. How do I make that shift? I know it's not aligned, but I don't know where to look for, because what I'm looking for seems so new and so different to everything that I already have. Where am I looking for that? And it exists. It's not yet on the aligned vibration that is reflected around you, because everything around you is just the reflection of your vibration, which is a reflection of your energy, of the ability to feel fully yourself and your emotions and your body and your soul whispering to your ears what she wants to do, what she wants to feel, what she wants to create. Your body is a very creation machine. It's a portal of creation, but it needs to soften. It needs to be able to feel. It needs to be able to heal what have been hurted, not to forget, but to make again this space from within, where if it wants to cry, it can cry. If it wants to just shrink, move in the certain way, scroll down, dance, jump, scream, everything that is life. Enjoy, get orgasm, run. It can, because it feels really good to listen. And that's the way you break through to become this best version of you. That's not something from outside of you. It's something from inside out that you reveal. It's like a countryside house that haven't been lived in for years. When you go there the first time, it's all about decluttering everything, cleaning the walls, cleaning the floor, putting all the dust out, repainting the wall, clearing the windows. Yeah, then the light can come in, the new fresh air can come in, you change everything, you restore everything. That's the same process. You don't change the house. The house is always there, but you become the best alignment with that house, and the best environment of that house reflects also how you want to feel. Because if it's very messy inside, in our mind, maybe it's very messy environment, messy with our relationship, messy with people around us, messy at work, messy with our physical things. But when we sort everything out, we tap to a place of authenticity, a place of truthness within us, a place that can unfold the self, the place that can be that divine essence that always had been here, but that got shut down. And that's where you go through the pain and you transform it. That's where you break through the limitation, that you break through what your body's told by giving it space fully. And that's where you connect with yourself deeply in a way that you would like to meet yourself, you would like to date yourself as the person you would like to date, as a reflection of the way you hold yourself, of the way you trust yourself, the inner masculine, the inner feminine. How do they play out? What's their needs? What's their inner conversation? What's their inner discussion? Do you take that time for yourself? Do you materialize the vision of the way you would treat yourself that matches to the way you want to be treated? And attracting a new life, a purpose, or a new person come from the exact same place of being able to date yourself, get engaged with yourself, and even get married with yourself. That's a process of sacred union with the self, sacred union with life. As above, so below, as within, so without. So when we consider really seriously this process of marrying ourselves first with the sacredness we hold inside of ourselves, from this place, we don't search for change. We become that change. And that's the whole point of this free challenge, Liberated Femme. We liberate the potential that lays inside of us. We open the doors, we declutter the place, we open the sensation in order to step on the path of the activated woman that you are inside of you. And that's the whole process, because there you're in touch with yourself, and then you can go deeper. You can spend more time with different aspects. You can spend more time to navigate somatically speaking with the body, creating alignment with your soul and with your mind. Everybody's on the same stage. Everybody play the same game. Everybody understand each other without being tricked or played by one or another part of ourselves. It's the integration of ourselves. It's the expansion of this in every area of our life, where we get empowered and equipped every day to navigate the wholeness of life. Not freeze, not fight anything, not numb ourselves. That's the end. Finish. We need to open our sensation and reconnect to the gift of having a physical body in this life that can feel so deeply everything, not to feel threatened by this that can be overwhelming, because some of you, as I do feel a lot myself, are super sensitive, hypersensitive, empath, call it the way you want. Even like having too much energy can be even all over the place, struggling to focus on something, because we have to figure out the gift of having to protect ourselves to survive in this planet, to reveal our true essence in a way that feels safe, but it is also a gift because then we can connect deeper with other, deeper with nature, deeper with everything that is alive, that is part of this universe. And that's the deepest gift, where we can embrace both pain and pleasure, not having to suffer from it, not having to be the slave of our circumstances, not having to be in a certain way, accept who we truly are, and being guided from within, from a divine, that we don't have to think everything in our life. We have to be everything in our life and feel fully this, because we are guided from within. We always know the answer from within. We're always at the right time, at the right place, doing the right thing with the right people around us, if we listen, if we can sit with what we feel, if we can be present, if we can embrace everything and not trying just to regulate. That's good to regulate, but there is phase of breakthrough where we're not just regulating, we are shifting things from the intensity of our life. And when we make change, we shift things from the test of life. Are you sure you want to take that new direction? Are you sure that this type of thing in your life is enough? Yeah, we'll get tested. You want to work for yourself. You get the perfect job offer just before you leave. What do you do? Or do you trust fully and then you need resources? Resources are coming. You're always backed up by life, because life takes care of itself and you're part of life. So when you embarked on this journey, this is a personal journey of awakening and activation. Not so much about healing. Healing, it's a consequence of everything. Trauma release, trauma healing, everything is a consequence of stepping fully in this path and activating yourself, activating this sacred feminine within you in order to transcend the limitation and to embody the highest version of yourself, that in her essence, all that is the highest, best match for highest good of our soul is just manifesting. And then that's where we don't try or force to manifest. We become the vessel of manifestation of the highest good possible for us. Not from what friends says it's good for us, not what family says, not what the job, boss, whoever says is good for us. The divine aligned unfolding of our soul, of the divine that is our essence, can unfold because we make it space and we co-create. Because we are here, as I said, to experience the wholeness of life, which means that the wholeness of life is not only surrendering to what comes and being a vessel. It's noticing preferences. mentioning to the universe, hey, this I really like. I really like the way it play out that way. I really like the way I can express myself. I really like that environment. I really like this type of experience. I really like this feeling. Give me more of it. How does it get any better than that? And then we co-create, and everything become effortless because your desire are not from a place of the ego that escape the true life that wants to unfold. The desires start to match with what you need, and that's when things happen, is when you start wanting what you need. Otherwise, at the beginning, when we face resistance and we actually think that we get the opposite of what we want and things get messed up, it's usually because we start attracting something that we need that is the opposite of what we want, what we say we want, what our mind or ego say it wants, until we trust enough to go through maybe a temporary state of discomfort, a temporary period of our life where things need to readjust, where maybe we lose some friends that were not actually for highest good, or just because things change and we all have different timelines, we all have different paths also, and some people are here to be for a certain period of time in your life, some other people are here to be for a longer period of time in your life, and it's okay in both cases. In both cases it's okay, because doesn't matter that something happened, doesn't matter that something does not happen in the way you think you want that thing to happen, doesn't matter that something does not happen, you always receive the best that serve your highest good. And when you get in those shift within yourself, that's where reality change, that's where things just get always perfect, because doesn't matter that it happens now or that it does not happen now or something else happen, it's always for your highest good. And we need to teach our body, we need to make space inside of us to navigate that, to be at peace with that, to have the tools to be able to be with it, because it's overwhelming sometimes. Maybe that's already what you live, and so much is happening at the same time. When you start opening and trusting, the worst things you want to do when it's accelerating so much is to say, no, 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 hold on, it's too much, no, 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 no. Then you close and you step back, and yeah, maybe you fall. That's okay. You may fall sometime. We all fall. I've fell sometime, but it can go crazy quickly when we get the right tools, when we make enough space, we get empowered, we get in touch with our body, we start listening, and we surround ourselves with other women that are on the same path, because there is this feminine sisterhood that is created when you do something with a group of other women, or when you also work just by yourself, meeting yourself deeply. It's also working, where there is this wisdom, this healing that happen on the different way by co-regulating with everybody, by co-regulating with polarity. That's the same. I embody my sacred feminine and I embody my sacred masculine, because at first I've worked on both of them, and I'm a man. So when I tune into this sacred feminine and I allow it to express and I allow it to be louder than what is usually common to be, then I give space to co-regulate together and teach each other's body how does that feel to be held, and how does that feel to have the space to open up, to feel and to be vulnerable, not being judged, for being fully received with love, with a care that does not want anything from you. And that's actually the type of man you want to attract, is someone who have healed, someone who have done the work for himself, someone who already has something going on in his life in this direction. He has a drive, he knows where he is going, he has opened his awareness, this conscious awareness of this masculine and his feminine, and he's able to feel fully his emotions. He's ready to face them, because when you're fully open, you're going to bring more of him. And it's not a game of trying to win each other, it's not a game of trying to please each other, it's not anymore a game of trying to be the perfect person for someone else. It's trying it's a game of being the highest version of yourself for yourself, not for someone else. Because if you try to be someone else, who you truly are, when you will meet that person will meet a version of you that you made up to be the most attractive version. So that person will take this most attractive version, which is not you, and that will fall apart at some point. And when this falls apart, that's where problems get in on the way. Because you realize that this is not the person I met, and this is not what I signed up for. It's a bit like a business, it's a bit like a transaction. There is a vibrational match with the divine partner. There is an alignment and a certain maturity, a certain stage in both paths that match where they meet, and they can meet them from who they are, for who they are, who is the person in front of them, and make the choice from an aligned feeling, from aligned consciousness, that we have a similar direction and we can go together in that same direction. Not in the same direction here, and not in an unbalanced way that you need the other person to live. The sacred union is honoring all the aspects of life. The same way you have 5 fingers, let's say the relationship is one, someone else has another hand, relationship come together. What's left for other finger? Maybe one for the work, one for the passion, one for the friend, one for, I don't know, traveling, learning, or whatever else. And relationship is here. If you can match some other thing, that you have the same business, or you choose to actually do business together to serve the same mission, beautiful. It doesn't have to. You choose to have the same things in common in many other areas, then yeah, those can touch. But look here closely. That's exactly the vision of it. The core is the hook that is consciously decided, that is this decision, that is this base of love. And all the other fingers touch each other. They are not grabbed to each other. I mean, you're not relying on all the aspect of life with that person to be happy or to satisfy, or some needs coming from a compensation or lack of love or abandonment or rejection, all different wounds that most of us, or everybody I would say, have had at some point from our childhood. Because this process is healed, we met ourselves deeply in all levels. So we unite and we go together in one direction, eventually meeting in more spheres of life that are creating actually interconnectedness. And the more in tune with your body you are, the more in tune with your sexual energy you are, with your sacredness within, the more this just magnetizes the person. You could be going in any country. You would be, for sure, if you go in the right environment that are actually the match to who you became. If you became a conscious person and you go in the bar, you will not meet the conscious man there, I can tell you. But if you go in the path of Tantra, you start awakening all your senses and sensation and abilities, and you know how to master your inner energy and inner alchemy, and you're interested and you started ascending to a more spiritual and refined way of living, a more divine way of living, where do you think you will meet those guys or those friends, those sisters? No, not specifically in the church, it could be though, but any place where we gather. Personally, I go to ecstatic dance, I go to different conscious festival, I go to different conscious event or different trainings where I'm actually serving the world with holistic things, or some retreats, or I'm just traveling and I go in some vegan cafe or some places where there is organic food and there is different alternative way of living, or some off-grid places. Like, what's those interests? They are not like searched for. They are the consequence of a deep change that happened within. Because when you reconnect with your inner truth, it's not only feeling yourself on a deeper level for like what you want to attract in your life. When you reconnect with your deepest truth, is the truth of what is also good for you. Food-wise, people-wise, work-wise, environment-wise. That's a big one, because the environment tends to create more difficulties or more facilities, more ease depending on what environment you pick on, depending on where you go. And sometimes we can't really change, and that's a bit tricky, but we can slowly change it, and we will be anyway attracted to change those things, otherwise we'll feel stuck. And at some point we have to be brave and have the courage to make those big decisions, where when it's time to make a big step, trust that the step that you feel you're falling is the same step that the universe is awaiting you down there to grab you back and put you on your feet again. It's scary for everyone, but how do you dare to step there? Show that I can make the first step. I don't know how, but fucking scary as shit. I'm going to change. Not to fix anything, not because there is anything wrong, because you inside the truth. The truth is here. The truth is nowhere else. And there is the ask, the help for the divine within you. Nothing outside. There is an energetic, invisible space way beyond what we could even conceive. And that's incredible. And I would love to talk more even about this one, but it's a complete new episode. But meeting this part of yourself within yourself will make this affect your surrounding. People who stick in your life will stick because of the alignment. You might be the one actually leading the growth and leading the expansion around you. If you have kids, you will be that role model that actually embody this version of you and providing this space that maybe you needed yourself when you were a child. That's a transformation on a depth that is beyond what we get taught to. We don't learn this at school. We learn this by our own experience and by being guided through this and by matching with certain person that provides certain kind of experience, align with where we are at a certain timing in our life. That's probably the reason why by listening this, you are the certain timing in your life that make you feel the match of transforming this, and that you feel the resonance when I say going through the path of activated femme, activated woman, liberating yourself, connecting with your primal raw power, this feminine, divine feminine power, to bring you in the sacred essence of you, where you could just be, and that's enough. If you feel it's time for you to step on your next timeline, join the challenge on the page just around here, or the link in the bio or somewhere around this video. Join to the challenge and go on the path of activated femme. If you feel it's calling you, there is amazing experience awaiting your transformation and an amazing group of sisters that are gonna connect with you when you join. I'm from my heart really grateful that you listened to me until now, and find the link below, or at least subscribe for the next episode, for the next video, and I will see you around with all my love and blessing to you. Namaste.